on. It's been over 2 years. I have been to Canada more than 5 times in 2 years, and I have not one day asked anybody, oh, you don't see this babe? Oh, we'll call this babe. Matter of fact, a lot of persons have asked me, oh, let's find a way to let you guys talk. I said, I don't want that. I have moved on long ago. Are you with me? I'm saying this for those of you who are saying, John Osagie, you must move on. You must move on. No, my loves. No, my brothers, my sisters. Thank you so much for your care. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. It means a lot to me that you are worried and concerned about the mental health of your brother. But guess what? I grew up in a country that makes you understand that every bad situation that happens to you is a good situation. I grew up in a country that made me realize that every bad situation can turn into a beautiful situation. So I have no shaking. Yes, I moved on. I moved on. But when we talk about our story is not to make anybody feel bad. Our story is not to make you feel like, oh, John is missing Winnie. Oh. Of course, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for the young lady who find her love. I'm happy for the young lady who find the kind of man she truly needs, even if it's not me. I have repeatedly said it on my live broadcast. The kind of love I give is the kind of love that, look, if I am in your life and I'm not able to give you what makes you happy, and you are telling me, look, this person can make me happy, I will gladly sign it for you, because that's true love. True love is not defined by making someone who don't love you stay with you, by begging, oh please, you must be with me, you must be with me. That's not love. True love is making someone who don't want to be with you, give them the access to do what they want, do what they love, be with who they want to be with. That's my definition of love. Share the broadcast and follow the page. This page you are seeing here is going to be the biggest, best, most intelligent social media page on Edo cyberspace. I don't want to say Nigeria, but I want to say Edo State. This will be the best platform that people can hear you out. Because a closed mouth don't get fed, man. A closed mouth don't get fed. If you have a situation and you are not telling anybody about your situation, you are going to die in silence. As I speak to you now, a lot of women are dying in silence. As I speak to you now, a lot of men are dying in silence. Yeah, a lot of men are not happy. A lot of men are scared to go home like I used to be. A lot of women are battling abusive relationship. There are so many issues on social media that we can use social media to change. I know we'll talk again. I know they talk. People will not reach my level. Now will they give them stars? Now will they share? And those of you using John Osagie name, I made a lot of people hit in Edo State. Because of me, a lot of social media page have built their page with my name. I don't mind. But give me some credit. Say John Osagie, because of you I grow my page. You mention my name 1 or 2 times, you have 20,000 views. That's how influential I am. I am the most popular person in Edo State. And if you don't agree to that, that's because you are a hater. I am not a hater. I contributed to the culture of Edo State. Yes. I contributed to the welfare of Edo State. Yes. I contributed to the education of Edo State. Yes. I contributed to the entertainment of Edo State. Yes. I am the most traveled person in Edo State. Yes. But all that doesn't mean anything if we cannot assist one person to a better life. If we cannot free one person who is in bondage today. There's a person in bondage. There's a person watching me right now who is wishing that he can leave his wife. But the love of your kids, the love of your family, what will people say is holding you hostage? Oh no, what did they go talk now? I received so many calls today. Some people say, John Osagie, don't worry now, move on. Move on. I have moved on. How do you want me to move on? So you really think that a woman who left a marriage because of small issue to a different country. So and Osagie who have access to live and work anywhere in the world. You think that if I wanted to, I could have not left Edo State to move into Canada to be with my wife? No, I cannot live my dream. My dream was to better Edo State. My dream was to help my community. That was why I left America at a tender age to move to a Benin City. So if the woman I married, if her dream was not to live in Edo State, if her dream was to move to a better country, if her family connected with her to move her to a better place, I did my part. As a young person, I still did my part. Try to go there, try to encourage her to come back, try to say, you know what, we are married in the United States of America. Let me fight this for you. Let's do this together. So if my efforts, if my efforts did not work, I mean, I did my best, but there was no way I could have left my dream of a better Edo State, my dream of a better Edo people, my dream of picking young people like Osamu Diame from the streets to better his life. That was why I left America at the age of 33 to move to Nigeria to better my dream. So if meeting a woman in Edo State and a small quarrel, the parents were able to encourage this person to move to a different country, and after the reconciliation, the records are there where I went to Canada for more than 5-6 times. I was in Canada, spent 3 months here, go back to Nigeria, do my work, come back, but I wasn't mentally stable for that. I was too young to be running around, go here, go there, go here, go there. It was impossible. So my story is going to be here. This is an introduction topic or post for all you all who is following this page for the first time to like and share. This page is going to transform lives. This page is going to make a lot of sense. This page is not for saga. This page is not for disrespect. This page is for us to come together. Let's help ourselves. Let's help young men like Genosage. Let's help young women like Winifred, who was manipulated by her stepmom for so many years. This is what this page is about. Let's help people like Genosage, who have a dream of getting a beautiful wife, who have a dream of having a wife who is ready to support her, who support him, who have a dream of loving God, who have a dream of supporting his own woman. This page is for you, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. That is why we are on this page. Not because we want to make anybody feel bad, but we must always say the truth. We must always say the truth about every situation. In my wrongs, in my good time, in my successful business, in my faith marriage, all the truth must be said. I am not a saint. I have never said I was a saint, but 99% I am a good guy. I am a guy who wants everybody around him to succeed. I am a guy who is ready to say I'm sorry. I'm a guy who's ready to make amends. All the records are there. All the records are there. Even after they said I fucked up in Nigeria, they decided to move the family to US to Canada, seek asylums under deceit. Even after they did that, you saw my effort going to Canada several times, trying to make it work. Was I also a bad person in Canada? That's something we should understand. Everybody should ask. Was I, okay, after, let's assume everything that happened in Nigeria, I was a bad guy. When I moved to Canada, was I also a bad person in Canada? Was I also abusive inside Canada? No, the answer is no. The answer is that the plans are already been made. The plans were already been made within family that this is your escape route. That is a topic for another day. Because I'm not going to make any mistake. Turn after the turn. I'm going to have this episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. We're going to keep going. From day 1, I'm going to teach everybody how I met Winifred, what happened after I met her, I want to tell everything to the last day when I left Canada. And I'm going to mention everybody that is involved. And once you are coming on this live show, you should be bold enough to be courageous like John Osagie. That is why I'm using myself first as an example, so that you too can see, well, if John Osagie, if you talk like this, why not you talk like this? This is not a disrespectful platform. But we have to say the truth. I was played, I was used, I was dumped, but I'm okay with it. Because at the end of the day, it's a part of my work. God has sent me to this world to make a difference. God has sent me to this world to help my neighbors, to help help strangers. If I can help strangers on the streets, if I can help people like Osamu Diame, why can't I help the woman I claim I want to be married to? But when you see that there's a game coming, you have to be smart. You have to be smart. Two can play the game. Two persons can play a good game. I wasn't a bad guy. It's just that I did not follow up with the family plan they intended for their daughter, and that caused a lot of chaos. We are going to get to that based on episodes. Okay? And for the lady who called yesterday on Ajebo show, Mabel Asabo, which is Winifred's stepmom, I'm putting it to you directly, Winifred's stepmom, Mrs. Mabel. I don't want to call you prophetess because you're none. Because you lied on the live video yesterday that I did not marry Winifred in the US, which I did. And I already sent the certificate to a live video presenter. They will be able to present that to you guys tomorrow. How can a woman of God come online and start lying? It's unfair. You want to make me feel bad. You want to humiliate me. How can a man of God, a man who preached against failed marriage, be bold enough to marry his daughter twice openly, not even secretly? You will go there married. It is because of me everybody's in Canada today. If I never gave Winifred the US visa, she would never had access to enter Canada through the border. If she did not enter through the border, she would have never been able to be approved for her asylum. The asylum she's enjoying today, I was the one that paid the lawyer for it. The passport, the UN passport that was given to her, I was the one that drove her to Ottawa where she went to do the passport. The Win-Win Men Ministry she's enjoying today, I was the one that created it. But while I was in Nigeria, the young lady was secretly dating another man under my nose. I mean, of course, at least expect it. As a young man who is well traveled and exposed, at least expect it. So today, the family are in Canada. Yeah, they're Canada. It's my grace. I deserve some respect. I deserve some accolade. Because at the end of the day, it was family sponsorship they have used to enter Canada because their daughter is getting married in Canada, and that's the easy route for those of you who want to enter Canada. If you have a family member that is having a wedding, graduation, a birthday, you can use that route. So it's because of me, all the entire family have been able to get access to Canada, and I'm very, very confident not all of them is coming home. Not all of them is coming home. Please, dear brothers and sisters, I just wanted you to see my face. That look, I have moved on. What is moving on to you? Moving on is not saying, oh, I will not talk about this person anymore. Moving on is a mental state. Where is your mental state? You should always use yourself as an example, even if you have moved on. Tell people about your story. Your story can change your life. Your story can help another young man like John Osagie not to make the same mistake like John Osagie. Your story can help another young lady like Winifred not to enter a marriage with so many advice. Imagine a young woman. I married the young girl at the age of 21. At the age of 21, I married the young girl because of the dad. Because the dad was a good man to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was good to me because of, I don't know. I don't want to say things I don't know, right? But the dad was a good guy to me. I was like, you know what, 21 years old, young, I will be able to breed her. She was in school at the University of, there's a school in Okada. I don't know what's the name of the school. One of these schools where they Okada, private school now, owned by the Esama. I hear there's a lot of runs girls in the school. Oh, I forgot the school. Okada school, what do you call it? Well, Igbenedion University. Yeah, Igbenedion University Okada. She was there. When I met her, when we started talking, she was living in a room with other 4 girls. You can imagine that. an American